those of you who are not so very dexterous, you can use a pencil and you can draw out your lips. So I'm going to do mine on landscape, right? And I'm going to sketch out my lips. My lips are very fat, I would say. You could do it smiling with braces. You could do it simple. So you're going to start off with an M shape. And then next you're going to go do a huge dip. And do it just like that. You want to make sure that the dip on top is in the center. Everyone's lips are different. So we're gonna have one dip right here. I want a slight, ever so slightly dip here. And if you ever mess up, it's okay. You can always erase it. Alright. What I do with my lips is that I make shapes. Helps create texture. This is going to be my highlight. And then you can write love, you can write mom, however you want with it. You can write love here or mom here. I'm going to write love, but I think I'm going to, no, I'm going to keep it simple. Love. You can also make this and turn into a heart. You can make this be an X if anything. And then what I like to do is I like overlapping shapes. And I will put a shape, overlapping shapes nearby. You can add a nose if you like up here. You can add a nose ring if you like. You can add a mole if you need to. And I just like to build it up with shapes. I just like shapes, geometric shapes. It just draws to me. So these are my lips. These are my lips. Right? And now I'm ready to paint. So I'm going to have my lips to be, gonna do the biggest part of the painting first, which is the outer part of the lips, which are brown. I'm gonna have that brown. I'm gonna use a thick brush. You don't want to get it too wet, but you want to get it nice and moist. Like I said. Alright. Gonna open up my container of brown. If you see separation in your brown, that's normal. While you can use your paintbrush or the popsicle stick, and you can just mix it so that you can get the right consistency that you need for your brown. Alright, now I'm going to paint the areas that I want to be brown. The canvas, it'll make it look a little bit neater, but you don't have to, okay? So you can also paint on the sides of the canvas. It just makes it a little bit neater in my opinion, but you don't have to. If you have one of those panels, you don't have to worry about it because it's not going to be visual. Once you're done with your first coat, you want to make sure that it is dry. You can let it dry by painting on a different color on a different area of the canvas, and it will just speed up the process. It's also helpful if you don't put a lot of water onto your paintbrush. If you put a lot of water on your paintbrush, then your paint's not going to dry, and definitely it's going to be taking a long time for it to dry, as well as you have the possibility of putting too much paint and water into the paint, and then it just dries. So you want to have a good time by avoiding all of that. Every part of the skin. Every part of the skin. I might have to get this part though, this ending part. Now I'm going to work on the different colors that I want for the sides. Alright. It's important to put your lids back onto your paint so that it doesn't dry as you're working on other parts and other colors on your painting. Alright, I'm back. So I'm gonna wash my brush, right? You can get rough with it. Mix. And then you're gonna dry with and clean your brush using the napkin. And then I'm gonna choose a different color. I like this red, so I'm going to get a red. I'm gonna use my red. And I'm going to put it on this part. I'm leaving some space from the brown and the red so it doesn't get too muddy. Okay, if you get a little bit of the colors onto the line, you're going to go over the pencil with black. But that's towards the end, when everything is done. Parts red and do the details with my small get my brush a little bit wet. Gonna get some red. Anything that you need to touch up, any details, you're gonna go in between. Alright, if you have excess paint, you want to get as much of that paint off of it as possible. And you can use that excess paint to create a pink. You're gonna use your mixing palette. Gonna take off any excess paint that you have. For the red, you're gonna put all the red into your mixing palette, and you're gonna grab white. Let's get some white up in here. So you're gonna get some white. Red and white makes pink. Make sure you can see my mix inside. Okay? So you're gonna mix it together. You're gonna make it a pinky, rosy pink. Right? If you wanted a hot pink, you wanted to put more red. Bam. Alright, I'm going to put my rosy pink into some of these overlapping circles. Nice and carefully. Make sure you get the sides. You're making it look mad cute. Alright. Also, I'm gonna put some pink right here. Might change the color later. It's too close to that. Alright. And then we're going to choose a different color. Make sure you clean your brush. I'm going to use blue. I don't like blue. Do you like blue? I like blue. Blue is a calm and relaxing color. To me. You know? So I'm going to put my blue up here. purple. How do you make purple, you say? We get blue. Make sure you get a lot of this blue. And you got equal amount of red. If you have issues getting paint out of your container, you can use another paintbrush to scoop it out. Alright. Blue and red. Blue and red. Alright. Mix it together. When you add a lot of blue, you get this kind of purple. If you want it to be a little bit lighter on the purple side, where you can see it's more purpley, you would add more red. If you want it to be a lighter purple, you're welcome to add white. Make sure your paintbrush is clean in order to add that white, or else your white will get muddy. You don't like that muddy white. Alright, I'm going to scoop out some white. This is going to be my lighter version. You don't need a lot of white to make it a little bit lighter, because I only put just a scoop of it and it got this light. Alright, so I'm going to use my lighter shade of purple, and I'm going to do it for this one. Choose any color you like for your masterpiece. It doesn't have to be my colors per se, but you can choose any colors that you want for this piece. to be also yellow. So I'm going to fill that in with yellow since I have the yellow here. Alright, remember, it's okay to paint over your pencil lines. It's going to be outlined in black. Yellow and red makes orange. So I'm gonna make an orange color. The more red you use, the darker the orange would be, okay? The lighter you use the yellow, the lighter the orange would be. It's important to have a clean brush because it will also show on your painting. Alright, so I have orange there and my yellow, and then I want to use another color. What color do I have? I have a light blue. I don't think I'm going to use a light blue for mine. I'm going to mix another color. I'm going to mix to make green. I'm going to make it a very light green. So I'm going to use basically all of my yellow. All of my yellow. It's like I'm betting. I'm going to bet all of my yellow. And I'm going to use the rest of my blue. No, I'm not going to use the rest of the blue, but I'm going to have blue. The lighter blue here. Blue. Again, I guess this is all of my blue. I'm going to use all of my blue, my light blue. I'm going to mix them together. Just going to mix them together. And I'll make my green. I want it a little bit more lighter, so I'm going to add a little bit of white. And now I have like a pastel-y light green. Alright. So I'm definitely going to add that on there. Alright. I'm going to put my green up here. little bit more dramatic. I have an even lighter green. So I'm going to use all my white. I'm going to add the green, and then I have this kind of green. Boom! Now we can add details. Oh wait, hold on. I have an overlap right here. I wanted to go back on here. Boom. Now I got my overlap. Alright, so we can go in with some details. Okay, so one of the details that I have on with my lips is my original lips is that I have these highlights, these exaggerated highlights, and I also have these midtones. So those midtones are pink. So I'm gonna go back and make some more pink, and I'm going to use my white. I'm gonna make the highlights. So I know that the teeth is going to be white. So I'm gonna paint it white. Yes, the canvas is white, but it looks better when you paint it in white, so that you can get rid of the pencil marks, and it just looks more cohesive. Alright, I'm gonna go back and I'm going to do the highlight here. I already got some paint on me. I'm going to do, I forgot to do the top. I'm gonna do some more details. So I'm gonna do a highlight up here, a highlight right here. And my lips look juicy. Juicy. The love, but I'm going to outline first before I do the highlighting on here. Alright, and if any of your other circles are dry, and you can tell if they're dry, if it has like a dull color to it, my lips have to be a little darker though. So what you can do is you can add like dots for your circles if you wanted to. I like adding dots because it just looks, I don't know, like, it's therapeutic. It's like when you do coloring and stuff. So you do dots and stuff. You can also do stripes. You have to make sure that the paint is dry on your canvas. You can make it as small as you want or as big as you want. You can also make stripes. I'm trying to check to see if any of my other stuff is dry. Like you can make stripes here. And you want to make sure that you got enough paint on the tips to have it. And it doesn't have to be in a certain direction. You can change directions within it. It looks like a pattern that way. Alright, and then I'm gonna make and I got my pink. Right? So I'm going to do this part pink. And you could be more dramatic by adding a little bit more pink to it and making it a pastel pink. More pink if you want to be dramatic. You can put like a heart here. Nose ring, so if you want to have details with the nose ring, you're gonna have to make gray, and you can make gray with black. I'm gonna let that dry. Alright, and then I'm going to go into black. And I'm going to start doing the details. I'll do the outlining. I'm sorry, the outlining. Alright, so I'm going to go do the outlining. You gotta make sure the tip of your brush has paint on it. And you want to go as slow as possible. So you can take your time. Take your time. This is crucial. Crucial. Take your time. Alright? You don't want to be making mistakes. Alright? You can turn your canvas if you need to. If it's easier for you. Here's a quick cheat code that you can use. You can use a permanent marker If your whole painting is dry, use a permanent marker in order for you to fill in the gaps for your outlines. It'll just make it a little bit easier. gonna continue with the outlining. If you feel unstable outlining, put your elbow onto the table to help you stay stable. Get it? Put your elbow on the table to help you stay stable. I'm gonna go into love. Covered every inch where you see a pencil mark, pencil line. And if you didn't get it the first time, it's okay to come back on top of it with it. Alright, I'm going to continue. I'm doing the E now. Hold on. Now you're going to do the outlines of the lighter colors. So I'm going to do the pink. And if you want to do any touch-ups to your painting, you could do your touch-up. Like if you want to give a second coat to the brown, you can do a second coat to the brown. And you can do that by using your big brush. You got to make sure that your brush is completely clean in order for you to do that. Okay? different as far as details. If you want to add some more white to your lips. Gotta make sure that your brush is completely clean. If you wanted to add like highlights to the nose ring. If you wanted to add highlights here. Add highlights to love, you could do so. Add highlights to the circles, you could do so. And then you're done. I hope you had a good time with me as far as the lips. Give me a like, share, subscribe, and we're going to do